Hi you guys, so today I'm going to talk about something that we all hate the most, and that is student loan debt. So I was fortunate enough to pay off all $34,000 of my student loans this year, April, at the age 26, and it only took me a little over 2 years, but less than 2.5 years. So I'm going to talk to y'all today about some tips on how to pay off your student loans so the government can stop having that string attached to you and you can finally be free of all of the debt. Well, not all of the debt, but student loan debt. Okay, tip number 1. If you currently stay at home with mom and dad, I suggest to stay there. Okay, stay there, because staying at home, honestly, this is something that I did. It helps so much in saving in order to pay off your student loans, because think about it. Okay, you're staying at home, you're not paying no rent, you're not paying no type of bills, no light bill, no cable bill, no energy, no whatever type of bills at all. You pretty much have a roof over your head for the free 99. Okay, who doesn't like the free 99? So if you're have an apartment, you have to pay, depending on where you live, $800 to $2,000 a month just for rent alone. Then you have to pay for electricity, cable, this and that, and all types of things. So if you're at home with mom and dad, you save $800 to $2,000 per month, and that can just go towards your student loans. That is something that I did, and I always recommend that. There's no rush to leave out your parents' house. But if you do have to get your own apartment for whatever reason it is, I suggest don't get the whole fancy, 10 out of 10 apartment. You can go for a little 7 out of 10. You don't have to get the most luxurious apartment that they have on the block, okay, in order to live comfortable. You can get something decent. Tip number 2, I suggest to decrease your shopping habits. Now, I am a shopaholic, okay, so that was very hard for me. Pretty much, I just talked myself throughout purchases, asked myself, do you really need that? Do you need this? Are you going to wear this? No. Put it down, okay? Also, another way to help with shopping is to shop on sales. That also helps. Instead of spending full price on something, you can get something on sale. And also, to add to that shopping habit, if you have clothes in your closet, and I've did this so many times, if you have clothes in your closet that literally sit there and collect dust with tags on it and it's like gently used, try to sell it back to like Plato's Closet or whatever type of consignment shop that they may have around you. That right there is just helping you earn a little extra cash in order to pay back your student loan. Another tip that I suggest is if you come into any type of extra cash, you use that cash towards your student loans. For my example, this wasn't good though, but I had 2 car accidents that wasn't my fault right after I graduated nursing school. So with those 2 car accidents, I was able to get maybe around $5,000 to $6,000 from each situation that was given to me because of the car accident. So what I did with that extra money, I used probably about $4,000 to just pay off my student loans. I just gave it to the loan company. I was just like, well, this extra cash anyways, if this didn't happen, I wouldn't have it anyways. So let's just pretend that I still don't have it. So now I'm gonna just give it to y'all, okay? Because that's pretty much how things go. Another tip for paying off your student loans on time and quickly, well, not on time, quickly, is to not make minimal payments. Please, y'all. If they say pay $300 per month, please don't just pay $300 a month, because you know what that will be? $300 per month for 15 years. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know that right now, that those baby payments, and it may not feel like a baby payment because $300, that's an extra bill along with your other bills, but it really is a baby payment, because that money right there most likely is only touching the interest of the loans that you have right now, and it's not even touching the principal, which is the amount of money that you actually borrowed. $300 was my starting monthly loan payment. So instead of me giving just $300, every now and then I will do like maybe $500 or $1,000, you know, if I came into any extra cash. So I suggest do not do minimal payments, because if you just stick with minimal payments, then you will have that loan sitting over your head for a million years, and we don't want that. Another tip with paying off your student loans faster is to pick up another job or either get a little side gig. You know, if that's like a Uber, a Lyft, or if you want to do like pick up extra shifts at work or get another job related to whatever your career may be. That can also help. For my example, I'm a registered nurse. I decided to take on travel nursing, not only to pay off student loans, but of course, you know, because I want to travel and do nursing. But one of the main reasons why I left from my home job to do travel nursing is to fulfill my goal of paying off my student loans within 3 years of me graduating, which I did again in 2 years and 4 months. So June, February, March, April, 4 months. So another tip that a lot of people may not know is that they need to take advantage in any type of loan interest reduction. And when I say this is, they have a lot of companies, loan companies like mine. It's not Sallie Mae, what is it called? Fed Loan, that's what it was called. So Fed Loan, if you do automatic payments for them to just automatically take the payment out every single month, Fed Loan actually decreased my interest by 0.05%. Now 0.05% doesn't sound like a lot, but in my mind it's better than not decreasing it at all. So I was like, okay, so you're gonna give me a little percentage, very little percentage deducted, I'll take that. Just set it up automatic, it doesn't matter to me. Tip number a million, because I lost track. So take jobs that have loan forgiveness. Now I didn't do this per se because I don't know, I'm not really ready to work at a place where I have to stay there for a couple years for whatever reason. But if you don't mind making a commitment to a job, like if you're a teacher, certain places require you to work maybe 2-3 years in order for them to start paying off your loans. Or some government jobs, you know, require you to work there a certain amount of years for them to pay off your student loans. Now this is a good idea if you can deal with that. I mean, you know, if you know you're gonna stay somewhere for 2-3 years or 5 years, you might as well go look for a place that can help you pay off your student loans instead of you just doing it yourself. I didn't take the opportunity per se because I just can't stay still in one place for too long, so that's just me. Another tip on how to pay your student loans fast is paying the student loans that have the biggest interest first, not the student loan that has the biggest amount of money. So I say, okay, so let's say you have a student loan that's one of them are $3,000 and one of them are $5,000. The $3,000 one have an interest rate of 8.5%, and the $5,000 one have an interest rate of 3%. I suggest go attack that $3,000 loan with that 8.5%, because over the course of these months passing by, that $3,000 will rise very quickly compared to that $5,000 with the 3%. So that's what I suggest you to do. The second to the last tip on how to pay off your student loans fast is to decrease your spending habits on any type of way that you can. Whether that's decreasing on going out to restaurants, decreasing on alcohol because we all know that's expensive, decreasing on the turn up, going out to the clubs, whatever it may be. You know, sometimes it is kind of hard, you know, trying to decrease your spending habits. You know, everybody wants to go out all the time, and it's like, okay, well, I have these priorities that I need to do. You know, I'm really trying to meet my goal in paying off my student loan, so I can't go out right now. And it is very hard to do that. I understand, you know, but sometimes if you really want something, you really have to make a lot of sacrifices in order to meet that goal. My last tip for y'all is to imagine the day that you're going to be student loan debt free. And I tell y'all this because just envisioning yourself student loan debt free, I feel like it's going to really help you get there much quicker. You know, imagining the day that, okay, this month I don't have to pay Sally Mae, I don't have to pay Nevians or Nivians, whatever the doggone company is called. You know, I'm just free. I don't have to give no extra money to nobody. My check is my check. You know, yes, I gotta pay my other bills, but it's not attached every single month to someone else, withdrawing all the time. This is one less bill that I have now. So just thinking towards the future of the day that your student loan debt free is just so helpful. And when I tell y'all the day in April, I can't even remember what day it was, but that day, oh my gosh, I just felt like as soon as I clicked approve or submit the payment of my last student loan, when I tell y'all, I just felt like all the weight was lifted off my shoulder. Like, I was just so happy. Like, I was in shock that I was able to meet my goal of paying off my student loans in at least 3 years, and I did it in less than 2.5 years. And it just really makes you proud of yourself that you're able to sacrifice and do things, you know, that you never thought that you could do in order to fulfill a goal that you have. So I hope these tips helped y'all so much, and hopefully y'all can join the student loan debt free club, because when I tell y'all coming on this side, it feels so good. It is so good. So hopefully one day y'all can share your success stories too. So if you also paid off your student loans, please comment below. Put how you did it, you know, what tips that you have for other people, just to help other people out, and how long it took for you. Just explain your success story in the comments. If you like this video, please subscribe and click the like button. It's really helpful and appreciative. So yes, so thank you for watching, and I hope to see some of y'all in my comments later on in life saying how this video helped y'all, hopefully, in paying off your student loans. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.